Hey guys, Ed here, and this is my Friday night pickup video. And believe it or not, I'm filming this almost 5 days in advance because finally it clicked in my head that I don't have to record them the same day, because you have no idea when I pick this stuff up. But here we go. I'm going to do my pickups, and if you watched my videos last Friday and Saturday, I had some packages sent to me. And the first one was from the Game Man Dan. I apparently won his 100 subscriber contest, even though I don't remember entering it. And he sent me a Magnavox Odyssey 400 in the box. Now, the box isn't not in beautiful shape, but the system inside is in beautiful shape. Thank you very much, the Game Man Dan. Now, normally I would tell you that I'm going to put links in here in the video somewhere, but what I'm going to tell you is I'm going to put links down below to these two gentlemen's channels, and if I remember, I'll put them up here somewhere too. But in any case, thank you, Game Man Dan. Or the Game Man Dan. Nice toss, Ed. The next package I received was from Classic Game Hunter. And I had no idea that this stuff was coming. It just showed up one day. He is very good at giving people gifts. And what I mean by that is he picks out stuff that somehow he knows that I'm looking for. Now, I'm not looking specifically for this game, but this is a game for the TRS-80. Actually, it is two games. It is Defense Command and Stellar Escort, cassette-based games, and it is very cool. I was very happy with this. The other thing he sent me, two things, obviously, in the package that he sent me, is Isaac Asimov's Robots Mystery Game, and it is a VHS-based, mystery adventure. So, for those of you that are new to my channel and don't know, I'm into board games, and he knows that. He picked this up for a couple of bucks, sent it to me, and it is sealed, brand new in the box. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it, Classic Game Hunter. Alright, on to my pickups for the week. First, I got my new issue of Retro Gamer magazine, and I will admit I was a little disappointed in this issue. Not because of anything they necessarily did wrong, but because if you remember the last issue that I had, my favorite article in it was the collector's guide for the Game Gear, and I was hoping that the collector's guide would be a staple article in every issue, but apparently it's not. So, bummer on that front. Still, fantastic magazine though. Anybody who can afford it should get it. And I was in Goodwill, I guess now it would be 2 Fridays ago, but on a Friday, and I picked up Key to the Kingdom, which is another board game, fantasy-based board game, and some of you may recognize this from James Rolfe's Board James episodes. He actually did a review of sorts for Key to the Kingdom. Really cool fantasy-based board game, and this one is complete, and the box is in surprisingly good condition, and it was only $2, which I was very happy to pay for this, because I like board games. Last Thursday, and this is actually last Thursday, I was in Brunswick, Ohio, and there is a thrift store that I go to almost every week when I'm in Brunswick. And I went to it this week because, well, I'm looking for something for my wife, and I went in because I'm a good husband to look for this thing, which I'm never going to find. Right outside this thrift store is a pawn shop, and the night before I had watched a video by Sick Cooper talking about a bunch of pawn shops he had been into, and he had really good luck at them. So this pawn shop that's next door is never open, but when I came out of that thrift store that day, it was open. So, of course, I went in and looked around, and I've never been in a pawn shop before, so I wasn't exactly sure what to expect, but I walked around the whole place, and everything seemed overpriced. I go up front. I'm still not finding any video game stuff. Then behind the counter, under a pile of stuff, is just a treasure trove of video game stuff. Box full of Nintendo 64 stuff, box full of Genesis stuff, stack of NES carts, and I asked the nice lady that was working there, hey, is that stuff for sale? And she says, no, not yet, because it's not priced. Well, I didn't want to just give up, and I said, when are you going to have it priced? She says, oh, probably tomorrow or the next day. Well, I'm not going to be there because I'm just working. It's an hour and 10 minutes from home. I'm certainly not going to drive back for it. And I looked at her and I tell her that. And I asked her, I said, can I go through it and then pick some stuff out? You can price it and I'll come back in a few hours before I head home. She said, sure, absolutely. And that's exactly what she did. I left. I come back 3 hours later after work, and she had only priced out the 2 Genesis games that I picked out. She had priced them at $5. And those games are Centurion, Defender of Rome, complete. The book is not in great shape, but with these EA games, the books don't fit right in the boxes, so I always expect them to be a little bit chewed up. But in any case, it's complete, and the rest of it's in pretty decent shape. It looks like it is a turn-based strategy game, is what I think this one is. The other one is Warrior of Rome, and this one appears to be an RPG, not an APG, and it is also complete and in much better condition than the other one. So these two for $5. Now, she didn't have the Nintendo 64 games priced because apparently the boss came in and harassed her about something, and she just didn't have a chance to get these other 3 games priced. But I said, hey, you know what? I'm not going to be coming back because I live so far from home. Can you just give me a price on them? And she said, well, I don't know, but we've sold a bunch of others at $3 a piece. Would $3 a piece be okay? And, of course, I'm thinking in my mind, yes, that would be fantastic, but, you got to try and get as good a deal as you can. So I said, hey, how about I give you 2 for each of the Nintendo 64 carts and 4 for the 2 Genesis games, and I'll buy them all. She agreed, and the Nintendo 64 games I got were Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Mortal Kombat 4, and my favorite of the bunch, StarCraft 64. So for $2, $4, $6, $8, what is that, $14, I got 2 $15 Genesis games, a couple of $7 or $8, maybe $10 Mortal Kombat games, and StarCraft 64, which regularly goes for around 35 or 40 bucks. I know I'm not supposed to be buying video game stuff, but this is the first time I've ever seen that pawn shop open, and you know what? I was not going to leave without StarCraft 64. And since I was going to give up and buy StarCraft 64, I may as well buy the other ones too. So, yeah, great deal. I mean, almost $100 worth of games for $14. Can you really blame me? I don't think so. Now, on Saturday, my son and I were out. We had dropped my daughter off at gymnastics, and we decided to go just down the road to a Goodwill. Walk in the front door, and in the glass case, I see a stack of games. And right there is where the audio for this video ends. And I cannot begin to tell you how badly that pisses me off. I recorded this video about a week ago, didn't bother to check and make sure everything was okay, and I suppose this is what I get. Yeah, there you go. Pac-Man puzzle game. Found that, and I'm going to show you here that it's still factory sealed. Look at that, still factory sealed. Not worth a ton of money. It's worth around $10 sealed on eBay, but it still looks pretty cool, and I'll keep it and let my daughter play it on occasion because she really seemed to be interested in it the other day. So, there you go. Pac-Man puzzle game. Next I have here another Pac-Man game. This one is a card game, and it's like a learning game. Who wants one of those? But it is also factory sealed. Also has the store's stickers on it. They're worth around 10 to 15 bucks. Again, I'll keep it just because it's a cool retro piece. These were all released, I think, 1981, the games I'm about to show you. And finally here, the third game is Q*bert. Now this one actually looks really cool from what I can tell without opening it. Yeah, there you go, store sticker. Very impressive. Yep, real game. Anyway, it's a 2-player game, and the game board here looks like the screen on the Q*bert video game. Pretty cool. From what I can tell, you roll the dice and you move around on the board, and there are hazards to bump into, and whoever has the most, of those little pegs that you see there, when you're done, is deemed the winner. So, pretty nifty little game. I will be opening this one, trying it out. Worth about $60, it looks like, sealed on eBay. Oh, yeah, hit yourself in the face, dumbass. Uh, I don't know. I could sell it, but I probably won't, because it's a piece of video gaming history, and that's just really cool to me. I will, however, be opening it, because, as you guys know, sealed games are of absolutely no use to me whatsoever. Anyway, I'm going to say a whole bunch of other words here. I don't know what they are. They're probably not important. I'm almost done cleaning up. Nah, that's a lie. I haven't even started cleaning up my game room. I've just made it worse. But I plan to get it cleaned up this weekend. Swear. And hopefully I'll be able to get some work done on the main machine. And I can start doing regular pickup videos again here soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know why you still are, but I appreciate it.